Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video takes place in Tempe, Arizona. I made the mistake of coming here to Arizona during the middle of the summer. It's August right now, and it is insanely hot. But anyway, we're talking about the case of a lady by the name of Elaine Herzberg, who I guess was the first recorded case of a pedestrian who was killed by a self-driving car. There was a lot of news, especially in the self-driving car community, about how safe are these, quote-unquote self-driving cars. Tesla has the functionality to, self-drive itself for certain circumstances. There's other cars that are starting to come around that are self-driving. Let's get into the case and I guess decide for yourself what you guys think about self-driving cars in general. Elaine Herzberg, she was born Elaine Marie Wood, August 2nd, 1968, and her death was March 18th, 2018, so she was 49 years old. It says that Elaine was crossing Mill Avenue North in Tempe, Arizona. It says that she was approximately 360 feet from the intersection with Curry Road. It says that she was outside the designated pedestrian crosswalk. Now, I don't know for sure if that means that she was particularly like jaywalking or if she was like near the crosswalk but just not actually in it. It doesn't give that, but either way, she, I guess, was outside the pedestrian crosswalk area. She was pushing a bicycle with shopping bags and had crossed at least 2 lanes of traffic already when she was struck at 9:58 p.m. So several factors kind of came into place for her to have unfortunately been struck and killed. For one, of course, it was nighttime, and I don't know for sure if she had any bright clothing on or any reflectors. My guess is she wasn't. Now, the car that struck her was, again, it was a prototype. It was an Uber self-driving car, similar to like a Volvo XC90. The vehicle was operating again in the self-driving car mode, and there was, of course, a human inside the car behind the wheel. Her name was Rafaela Vasquez, but she, of course, was letting the self-driving car do its work, and so she actually had no control over the car at that point. It says just a second or so before impact, Rafaela finally turned the steering wheel herself, only like a little bit though, not very much. And it says that she engaged the brakes less than a second after impact. So regardless, the self-driving car did not see Elaine as a pedestrian walking down the road. And the driver, who wasn't even really operating the vehicle at the time, Rafaela, didn't apparently see the pedestrian Elaine as well. Be that as it may, there was a big outcry, of course, as you can imagine, from Elaine's family. Now, there are some conflicting reports on how fast was this self-driving car going. The Tempe police initially thought the car was traveling around 35. However, the data recorders inside the car estimated the speed to be about 43 miles an hour when Elaine was first, I guess, detected 6 seconds before impact. And according to the driver, Rafaela, she stated that Elaine walked out in front of them and that it was difficult to avoid this collision based on the shadows that are there on the roadway. After the crash, the Tempe Police Department released a detailed report with some video and audio recording, as the self-driving car actually had some audio and video pointing towards the driver's seat and, of course, pointing out towards the roads. Rafaela, it says that she was watching The Voice over Hulu at the time of the collision. The camera shows her face appears to laugh and smirk at various points during the time she's looking down at her phone. It says that the show was from 9:16 p.m. to 9:59 p.m. A 45-minute show she was watching basically the entire time while driving. And it says that she looked down at her phone approximately 166 times for a total of 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Just prior to the crash, she had been looking at her lap for 5 seconds straight before looking up a half second before the impact. So regardless, she was absolutely not paying attention whatsoever. The district attorney's office refused to prosecute Uber or the self-driving car company. They did decide to indict Rafaela with negligent homicide. And it says that after some further testing, Rafaela was going to have a court date. And it says that her court date is this year in 2021. It says that according to the self-driving car company, it's supposed to detect pedestrians even at nighttime. And it says that they tested it out, of course, prior to them using it on the roadways. It stopped for all pedestrians. However, they think the cause why the car decided not to stop, of course on its own, was because the car may not have detected that Elaine had a bicycle next to her. So they think that the self-driving car potentially got confused when it saw Elaine and a bicycle kind of together. And I think they said that it couldn't really distinguish if it was like one person or two persons, or if it was just a car that was pulling into the lane. But either way, regardless of what happened, Elaine lost her life that night. She is buried here at a pretty nice little cemetery. This is called the Rest Haven Car Tenney Mortuary and Memorial Cemetery. It's in Phoenix. Again, rest in peace to Elaine. Just a sad outcome. If you're new around here, just make sure you subscribe and follow me on my journeys as I go around the country filming different infamous murders and cases, and of course showing you the victims' graves whenever possible. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Again, my name's Harmon. Take it easy.